Either way, you're given it, so it's abundance. So, I was all about me. I was the fucking man. I was the prize. My mind is worth millions. Everything I do is the right move. I know everything I need to know. I have the right fucking knowledge. I'm in my true place. I'm doing what I love to do. I'm set for life. I have all of these things. And I didn't realize at the time that saying all those things about me, I don't mind, and looking at everything as if it's already the way I would like it to be, I was by default being that version of me that has everything I said I had. Because I would feel like the fucking man if I had everything. I would know I am. Like, a lot of people feel like they need the thing in order to be the man. They need the person in order to be loved, or to know that they're loved. They need the thing outside of them. You give it to yourself. I was giving it to myself. I didn't have proof or evidence of it. I was sitting on an empty apartment. No furniture on the fucking floor. With my rescue dog. My best friend. But I'm still saying I'm set for life. I have all of these things. I'm the fucking man. I gave it to myself first. I proved it to myself first, then reality had proved it to me. Because I didn't need it outside. Because I understood how reality worked of cause and effect. And if the effect I can't change. And the effect will never validate me because it's the old me. It's everything I used to accept as true. It's the domain of my old self. That diabolical version of me. That was its domain. It can only show me that. It can only send me the feelings and the emotions tied to that version of me as a defense mechanism. But I kept telling myself, no, it's mine. But I was also saying I had the money, I had the perfect career, I was in my true place doing what I love to do, right? I had my business, I was saying all those things, right? But then I was looking at everything the same way, and I was also giving myself the 4 pillars of the self-concept, the concept of self, that is aligned with that. My whole life, I was being it. I wasn't just being it for the 20 minutes or whatever it came to mind, and then was saying things or perceiving the world through the lens of the version of me that I think about. That's why I tell people, tell yourself it's the best day of your life every day. Only now exists if you understand the game again, like you understand fucking Uno and draw 4. Why can't you understand how reality works? Invest in it. Take time to understand it. Accept it as true. Because that is probably the best thing you could ever do, is accept how the game works. So then you could play it correctly. Then you could be good at it. Then when you say something, you've already experienced it. You see it as already experienced it. When you hear it, you've already experienced it. When you see it, you've already experienced it. When you affirm it, you've already experienced it. When you go within, you already experienced it. Because the 3D can never show it to you, validate you. So then you're always just relying on self, trusting self, which is all that is, which is basically what Christ came here, or Christ represents in the book, to tell you that all you need is you. You have everything already. So I describe things as if it was already the way I like it to be. If I ever had an idle moment, I'm all about me. I'm focusing on me. You know the things I say that some people who create the small limitations for themselves, like Christ says, you create the laws of your experience. If you understand how reality works, you'll experience your own consciousness mirrored back. So if I want to say I'm the best at everything I fucking do, I fucking am in my experience. So if you want other people to be better than you, then you can experience that. That's cool. To me, in my experience, no one's better than me. And everyone watching, in your experience, no one's better than you. Period. And if you don't want to experience that, then that's what you experience. But just don't complain about it when other people get chosen for you, and then you go run to a manifestation coach to try to figure out what the fuck's going on. It's fucking you. That's what's going on. But anyway, if I had an idle mind, I'm going all in on myself. Why? Because that relentless old version of me was going all in the negative. Our perfection. Did you see Christ saying, peace be with you, everything is perfect. Drink the bread, the wine, which means accept your new identity. Everything. If I know that how I would be with this partner, if I know that's me, then I'm that me everywhere, in every area of my life. It's very simple, because I only describe things as if it's already the way I like it to be as it came to mind. So if it came to mind a lot, I'm choosing right away. Sometimes I just said it's done and changed the subject. That's helpful too. Because if I also had that person in my life, if it was already true now, I would be doing other things now. If I had that relationship, maybe I'd be, focusing on having a life, my purpose as a man. Maybe I'd be doing that. Now, you're going to go to work, you're going to describe work as if it's already the way I like it to be. You're going to describe yourself that way. I'm at ease, I'm at peace, I have full mental clarity, I'm getting shit done at work. Because I already have everything right now. All I'm doing is describing everything as if it's already the way I would like it to be. Wow! And you're only relying on self, you're not needing the external to determine who you are, to validate you, to identify you. It's all coming from you. So then you're interacting with the world that you are no longer of, because it's the old domain, like I said earlier. Now you're interacting with it, but you're not reacting to it, you're responding to it, all with the knowing of how it ends. I know how it ends. Alright, then whatever. I know the end. Say that you trusted that, accepted as true. If you accepted and saw that as true, the middle wouldn't fucking matter. Just like it wasn't hard before, and if you're not actually doing it, it's not even about doing, it's about who you are and things happen to you. But if you're not just describing things as if it's already the way you would like it to be, you're describing it as it's not. You're supposed to remain the same. You're good with or without. Because the external can't show it to you anyway. And again, all that not needing is having. Yeah. All you have to do is choose. Word of God is basically your word. Your word is all you need. It is enough. Whenever anything comes to mind, describe it that way. As if it's already that way. That's it. That's it. That's a definition. That's an experience you're choosing. So, I have this person in my life. I ask myself, well, how would my reality be? Or if I had this money, be at peace? If you'd be at peace if you had this person, had this money, then you need to focus on being at peace as well. You need to focus on yourself. I would be at peace if I had this person. Then start telling yourself, I'm at peace, I'm at ease, I have everything I want, everything is perfect. Those things will be added on to you. Give yourself the experience of giving it to yourself in a theta wave state with the conscious mind asleep. Give it to yourself as an experience. Be that way now. If you would look at how the sun rises in a much better, you would describe it better, then you need to describe it better now. If rainy days wouldn't bother you because your SP is back, then rainy days better not bother you right fucking now. Because why? You have them now. You have the money now. You need to be in the consciousness of the version of you that has this person. It's very simple, guys. The way to do this, very easy. Again, of course, it's the default. If you guys follow the default, everything would be great. Immediately describing it as if it's already the way you'd like it to be, not the way you don't want it to be, not the way the reality is showing you if you don't agree with it. But give yourself predictions of how things are going to go before you do it. Everything. Pillars of self-concept, which is how I view myself, the world sees me. Concept of self, which is how I, as an identity, experience different areas of my life in love, in money, in anything, in health, in the I am and I have. Well, who I am, I'm all that is. And what do I have? Well, I'm in my end. And I'm sticking to that end, and nothing's going to tell me otherwise. And how am I perceiving the world? Well, I better be looking at the world from the same lens of 1 through 3 so I can be in complete, utter alignment with who I am. And once I am, I'm chef's kiss. I am flowing because I have no chinks in the armor of God that I chose to be. I have no chinks in my armor. But if I neglect it, if I have a self-concept of I'm not good enough, if I have a self-concept of self-love, I always get ghosted. So now I'm not good enough. I always get ghosted, but I only focus on the I have. Reality is still always reflecting who I am. Reality doesn't give you what you want. Reality shows you who you are. The thing that reality reflects, yourself. Congratulations. And I know tons of people who have already experienced this, including myself. We're taking a sip of the black coffee. There's no bitterness today. Wow, this coffee's great. I just took a sip of that whiskey. Nice vanilla on the palate. Little brown sugar. Figs. You know? It tastes great. But the key is, listen to what I say. Whenever, all caps, bro. People on the live stream know, all caps, bro. Anything comes to mind, immediately describe it as if it's already related to you. Everything. Everything. Again, to the people I addressed earlier. You're not flipping. You're deciding what it is now. You're choosing. You're simply becoming aware of something. You're focusing on whatever's good, whatever's joyous, whatever's blissful. We're focusing on that. Philippians 4:8. We're focusing on the good things only. Everything. Follow what I said whenever anything comes to mind immediately. Anything. Immediately. Describe it as if it's already like it to be. And it's not too much, because if you're not, you are by default describing it as if it's the way you don't want it to be, or complaining about it, which is the equivalent of accepting the 3D showing you something you don't like, and you're accepting it as true. So all I'm saying is, you just decide what it is now. And fuck your feelings. I don't care if you feel it. It doesn't fucking matter. You didn't care if you felt it when you were saying negative things. See, you kept saying it, then the feelings and the emotions were added onto you, and every action you took from that version of you led you to the result of it that identity would experience. That identity experienced things said to them that identity would experience. That identity experienced things because that is what you chose to experience. So now we're choosing everything to be fucking great. This is our entire life. Cool, you have your desire. But that desire wants you because you're just fucking all that is, and you have everything. You already aware that everything is absolute bliss and perfection. This is funny, this is perspective. It's work. So what we're doing here now is deciding to be new, to the point where that feels natural and normal. No, you deny the old and decide what's new. But the point is to be intent that when it immediately comes in, you just immediately describe it as if it's already the way you would like it to be. Because if you're not, you are by default describing it the way you don't want it to be. Is, who are you all the time, all day long? Now, if you, a big question people say, well, what would the version of me be like if I had these things? We hear that all the time. What would you feel like? Fuck feelings, but what would you feel like? Feelings are not, really quick, feelings are not a measurement of who you are. Feelings do not determine if you're it. Because I could feel like fucking utter trash, and that's what I felt like, but I still said, even though I'm feeling this, I am still this. So stop using feelings as a unit of measurement to determine if you're doing something correctly. There's no such thing as doing something correctly. You're just it or you're not. No matter what you feel or whatever. If you feel great, good. If you don't, good. You don't need anything to determine you. You're pure awareness, the observer of you. These feelings and emotions are attached to the identity that you've already chose to be prior. 25 years old, 25 years of that identity, everything you've accumulated about yourself is true, collective beliefs, collective thoughts inherited, what you decided was true, who you are, whatever you say about yourself in the mirror. That is what you need to overcome once you decide differently. If you ask yourself, what would the version of me be like if I had this person? That's the most popular one, right? But you can extrapolate that to anything. You can add that to anything. You can add money to it. Anything to it. But a lot of people just have one major desire, right? It's like one desire. So it's like, all their importance is on one thing. It's like, who are you in other areas of your life if you had that desire? Everything that is peaceful, noble, perfect, beautiful. Fuck, I'll add adjectives to it. The best, this, whatever. Focus and think about only those things. Why would we put our attention on what we don't want? Every moment you're brand new and it's a choice. You know, one thing before I even get to the heart of this discussion, the way I do things, is basically what we've done our entire life, but now we control it. There is no difference. There is nothing new. Now we're just in control. Now we are aware. Now we have intent. Now we know what the fuck we're doing because we know who we are. We're no longer living in sin. What is sin, Eric? Am I going to be burned with a pitchfork with some guy with horns? No. All sin is failing to recognizing yourself as all it is. As all literally that is. And thinking the external is the truth and the external has the power over you. When the external adjusts to you, that is the biggest trick in the book. That's why it's represented by the devil, the deceiver. The earth thinking you need something outside of you to be fulfilled, when the irony is it comes from you internally the entire time. But one thing, all you gotta do is immediately, whenever anything comes to mind, immediately describe it as if it's already the way you would like it to be. We choose our own experiences. As long as you just, whatever you say is you reiterate the same story. If I think about something, it's this way. If I think about a person, this person absolutely adores me. If I think about him again, yeah, we're together. If I think about him again, we're back together. If I think about it, was perfect. Yeah, we're doing this, they're always doing it this way. We're inseparable, we're this, we're this. As long as it implies the same end, that's all that fucking matters. It's the same identity experiencing the same fucking thing. It's the same consciousness, right? Natural. Be natural. Natural. Everything. What's going to happen when you go in the gym? Where do you initially go? Where do you initially go when you look in the mirror? Where do you initially go? Where's your mind initially drift to? That's who you are. Congratulations. That's why your reality is the way it is. Congratulations. Now, if you follow that video, I'm not going to go to it because I talked about it a lot now. You got a scouting report in yourself. You can see why everything is the way it is. As things happen to you, as the opposite shows up, as the intrusive thoughts, the emotions that are assigned to that identity that you chose to be aware of, that you've been before you decided brand new. It's the old awareness, right? So when you know where you initially go, well, that's why I say whenever anything comes to mind, immediately describe it as if it's already the way you like it to be, because we're just deciding new now. Isaiah 45:7, I do the good, I do the evil, I the Father do all of these things. Acts 10:34, God is not a respecter of persons and shows no partiality. You're not going to get a pat on the back for being righteous. It's just not going to happen. Go follow the story of Job. He was the most righteous man ever and lost everything. Everyone's susceptible to their own awareness to what they choose for themselves to experience, their own definitions, their own meanings. So if it's shit definitions and shit meanings, that's what you're going to experience. Whatever the fuck you say works. We're consciousness molding our own consciousness to what we choose to experience, and that's what reality does. It molds to us. So bad things happen to good people. Good things happen to bad people. God cannot be defined. You just get awareness. We are here having our own experience. So, just wanted to throw that out there. Well, if I have my own experience, why am I putting someone else above me when I'm gone? Why would I do that? It doesn't make any fucking sense. I'll respect each and every person. I'll see myself in every person. I'll wish every person well because they're just other versions of me. I'll never wish downfall on these people because then I wish downfall on myself, really. Why would I do that? But you have your own experience. Like the Bible says, when I was formless and shapeless, someone's messaging me. When I was formless and shapeless, I saw all possibilities you had already written for me before I became one of them. Infinite versions of everyone, everything. The kingdom of heaven is within you. My Father's house has many mansions. So there's basically 8 billion kingdoms of heaven. So we have our own experience. Just know it's yours. And it's yours. Decree a thing, it's added to you. A man can't receive anything unless it's first given to him from heaven. So if that's the case, that's why we can experience anything we want. There's a collective mind. Everyone's a real person, but there's infinite versions of us based on our perception of them. So yeah, in my reality, no one's better than me, no one compares to me. And in all of yours, it's the same. So then, reality proves you're correct, and you live the best life. Visuals, and I'm going into delta waves. Any other recommendations? Just immediately describe things as if they're already the way you would like it to be. Focus on you more than the thing. The thing is not important, it comes from you. Make everything the same. Make everything like as important as the random shit that pops up in your life that you don't care about or need. And you get there by understanding how reality works. When you fully dismiss the 3D because it can't offer you anything, you take all the power away from it. It no longer controls your inner state. You no longer need it to determine who you are. And then a bag of Cheetos and your SP become the same thing. That's simple because you're not looking outside of you. Like Christ says, why are you looking outside? People will never find me. How to make money out of nothing. I love your roasted humor. How to make money out of nothing? Give it to yourself eternally. John 3:27, a man cannot receive anything unless first given to him from heaven. Go inside and give it to yourself. Decide how much you make now. Decide how much you make every day. Decide you always have more than enough. That's the main one. To me, that's everything. I always have more than enough. That means you have anything you want. Whenever it comes to mind, decide that. With intent, do that. Get in a relaxed state, bypass the ego. Give it to yourself internally, whether it's dialogue, if you talk to yourself all your life to get things and manifest your life now because you've never not been manifesting your life and selecting your reality, you were just unconscious to it. So now go back and realize, well, how did I give everything myself before? And then use that same natural type of way to do it now, but with intention. And then that's the only thing you keep your awareness on. You no longer accept the truth on the outside. You don't look at the bank account on the outside as the truth anymore. You look at the one as the internal as the truth no matter what. That's what you got to do, and you got to be the same identity when you receive money as you let money go, so it can be a constant flow. You remain the same no matter what. You don't need the 3D to tell you always have more than enough. You just always do, sight unseen, and reality will prove it to you because you proved it to yourself. That's how you do it. you start a business, when you start affirming you have a successful career in business. No, I mean, you'll start getting ideas that come in. Just know that as long as you know it's true, as long as you know who you are and what you have, that every move is the right move, as long as you are taking that first step from that identity, not from fear, worry, and doubt. And then you know what steps to take. You'll randomly get, when you're in the consciousness, you'll randomly get these ideas. Things will open up for you. Just like I was giving myself shit when I had no fucking clue. I gave myself the business when I didn't know I had one. I told myself I was in a true place when I was fucking lost. I told myself I had all of these things. I just went straight to the end and everything played itself out. And then I got the ideas on its own. I got the ideas naturally. Something came out of the blue I never applied for, which was taken away, which led me to different ideas, which gave me an idea to go on Reddit. You'll just start acting naturally. But I was still in my in my true place, doing what I love to do. I was still being the same person internally. I wasn't allowing anything outside of me to change that about me, and I was still knowing that everything I did was the right move anyway, which it would have to be, whether I did that or not. Don't overcomplicate it. Just have trust and faith in your decision is the right move because of who you are and what you already have, because you already saw the end, and now you're interacting with the middle. You're in the world, but you're not of it. Everything in the middle, you're going to do the right thing, and you're going to be and when you do it, you just start telling yourself you know exactly what to do, except which is how you want the world to see you, how you want, even, you gotta remember too, everything's consciousness. How do I want money to see me? How do I want money to see me? How do I want the school to see me? How do I want to see everything to see me? Then your concept of self. How do you experience this type of shit? How do you experience this type of stuff? How do you experience this? Is it always easy? Do you pass exams all the time? I only ever pass. Exams are always so fucking easy. I feel like I barely have to study. My mind is worth fucking millions. I'm fucking bright, brilliant, shining, but fucking genius. Everything is so easy. It's amazing. That's your concept of self when it comes to this. So 1 and 2 are down pat. Then what I am and I have. Well, I'm already here. I'm already doing this, and I already have this. I already passed the exam. I already did this. You're going to study, I already passed the exam. Whether you want to study hard, or you want to study medium, or whatever, everything you do is the right move. You just have to have full faith in the same end when you do these things, and everything will play itself out to prove you correct. There's nothing to figure out. Just know everything you do is the right move, and know you're good no matter what, and you're good. And then perceive the world from that same way. That's it. And he was talking to me, he's like, bro, I could see it. It's like, you separated yourself and literally observe everything. Like, nothing like can phase you. Like, it's almost like you have like an initial, time slows down for you where you can just decide how everything is. And that's a good way he explained it. Because it's like, if I go and experience anything, it's always a question like, okay, in the beginning, I'll start in the beginning. It's always like a question like, okay, how would the version of me that is who I say I am respond to this? And a lot of the times, I wouldn't be aware of it in that reality. So I would just, this is happening for me. I don't give a shit. That's not me. It's this way, right? Plain and simple. Like, I briefly touched this in the first video. And I joked about it as a technique, but it was basically how I viewed everything. I looked at it like one of those role-playing games. And I am, remember, because our true identity is the observer, it's consciousness, it's I am awareness, it's all that is, pure awareness, right? So it's like, look at it like I'm controlling me, this body, and I decide what Eric experiences, I decide what meaning he gives to things, what emotions to identify with, intrusive thoughts are true. I decide everything. I decide what he sees. I tell his eyes what to see, what his ears to hear. And if it's something that I'm choosing for him not to want to experience, I have the ability to change what I just saw. Because there's nothing outside of us, right? It's the effect and we are the cause. And it's not even there anymore, whatever we are interacting with. We're just a ball of light with nothing out there. It's a projection of our internal world. Right? The eyes are bringing in the light, the brain's providing the image, if you want to go that route. So it's like, okay, so manifestation is I just have to perceive something to be there without proof or evidence, and then no longer caring to experience it on the outside of me, because I understand how reality works. And when I become fulfillment itself, I don't need it. with the self-concept, I won't need it. Concept of self, it'll make me not care as much to experience it out there because I'll feel fulfilled without it. I'll give myself what I want to feel or experience when that thing materializes. I can give it to myself. I don't need it. And then again, when I accept that the outside can't validate me for anything, then I don't need it. So therefore, things should mirror back pretty quickly. Everything mirrors back. So I'll go about like, so let's say, I'm deciding who I am in the morning, remind myself who the fuck I am, what I want to experience today. And then now as I go about my day, everything I look at, if I don't like something, you have the ability to see it differently. Don't immediately react and respond. It's not what happens to you, it's who you are being when it does. It's like you have options, right? Because remember, the fourth thing we're focusing on today is perceiving the world too, right? So let's say someone insults you. Now, you could sit there and react emotionally, get all pissed off, because it's probably something that they said that either you identify with or, something rubbed you the wrong way, right? And I'm telling you guys, the best place of power, the most powerful place you can be is calm and stillness. Because not only will that diffuse any situation, but that's when you can clearly choose what everything means, right? So you could just say, weren't they so pleasant? Well, they must be having a bad day. Because I never experience this. Everything's always fucking perfect. They must be having a bad day. In fact, he's having a bad day. And tomorrow he's going to be a great guy because he's a great guy, right? See your brother from the lens you would see yourself. When you change self, the brother changes. So if I was to perceive him that way, now I'm perceiving him as a good guy. No matter what I physically am seeing, eventually he's going to show up that way. And there's countless proof of this with a lot of people I work with. How they change work dynamic, how they change your SP, people, the people that you already have or don't have. And that's where it starts. It starts from you. It doesn't start from reacting to what they're doing, because then you bring the dead back to life. Right? So something like that. Well, let's say, and I gave this before, say I was interested in someone and they wouldn't even look at me. I would tell I see them just walk by me, I would tell myself, oh my God, they couldn't take their eyes off me. Incredible. And I'd go about my day. I wouldn't make it important because everything's the same. Bag of Cheetos, it's all the same to the infinite. Got to think fourth dimensionally. That's the thing about being the observer. It's not thinking third dimensionally at all. It's almost training yourself to think fourth dimensionally. Don't say delusion. You don't want to call your power delusion. That's just how you chose to observe it as the observer, because you're never not being the observer. You're never not being all it is. To make normal is things in my favor as the observer of me, only seeing what I wish to see, only hearing what I want to hear, instead of observing the perfection as if it's already there now. Not you decide if the pattern is there. Who's deciding if the pattern is there? When you decide the pattern is there, you're going to get more of it. Observe the harvest. It's already here now. It's already here now. Stop being double-minded. You woke up, I'm all that is. Today's the best day of my life. I'm with Corey. Corey loves me. I've only ever experienced the best relationships in my life. I've only ever experienced the best relationships in my life. Do not accept what you see out there. And this is not about being a doormat, because what you know is true. You can still say whatever the fuck you want to say. You can put that guy in his place. As long as you know what's true, it doesn't matter. As long as you know what's true, who you are internally, you're going to get proven who you are. Period. Because we've been proven our whole life who we were. Don't say you don't have, or it's going to be taken away from you. That's true. I took the right steps, the right actions, but I never addressed who I was internally, but I still got proven that as a result. It's about deciding what is actually out there, because in fact there is nothing out there. Yes, it is a real script. Yes, it is a real reality for all the wise guys, but we're not choosing that anymore. We're choosing to shift in consciousness and awareness as the observer to that version of us that's already experiencing the reality we wish to experience, in order to pull that reality and collapse time and space to bring that here, the present moment, now. Right? But it's all happening now. So you're speaking and thinking as the observer, seeing that reality here now when it's not materialized, in order to make it materialize, which is manifestation. Same with money, business. The 3D showing you, oh, business is slow. No, it's fucking booming. In fact, I got 20 new clients today. Everything is great. Made about $4,000 today. Everything's fucking fantastic. That's what you do. Why sit there and keep giving power to the old that you just decided wasn't the case before? And you gotta train yourself to do this stuff. I'm telling you guys, that's what I did. I gave little predictions how my day was gonna go before it happened. And whether it happened or not, I didn't care. I just still said it did. But the observer is everything. It's almost like you have a couple options when things happen, right? Circumstance comes up. Didn't I choose B? Which is basically most of them. Change the meaning. Observe it if it's meaningless and not there. Pay it in your mind. It's like as the observer, nope, it's actually this way. Observe what you wish to see. Good thing I always have more than enough. Remain the person, perceive what you want to see. Or the cause. Observe that everything's exactly as you should. Have an anchor statement too. Your go-to statement. I was just talking to someone today. Your go-to statement. It's simple, easy. Like, it's as simple as for the love people. Oh, we're together. I'm so glad we're together. We're together. They're mine. We're together. They're mine. Whatever. Whenever it comes, we're together. They're mine. Circumstances don't matter. They don't. Because there's nothing really there. It's how you perceive them is what matters. It's how you observe them is what matters. You can literally give any meaning you want. If you can't figure out the meaning, just say, happening for me, somehow, somewhere, something's happening for me, or that's not me anymore, it's actually this way. Right? Or you can literally say something that's not even there. Wow, he's playing mini golf by himself. That's amazing. Oh, he's playing with his cousin. That's amazing. Oh, it's cool he's playing with her because that means he's getting even more attracted to me. Oh, I heard she moved. She moved. That girl I used to see him with, she moved. And that's happened, guys. Back to the birds relaying messages. I've had people decide someone fucking left someone for someone else. And then they find out the second they wrote it down in their little MacBook was when it happened. That instant, because it's now. They observe the harvest now. There shouldn't be 6 weeks. Remember, last week, there's no fucking trial period. It's here now. You observe it now, and then you give no fucks. You don't have the dependency to see it out there because you know how reality works. It won't show you anyway until you don't need it to. It's that simple. Because a needing energy is a not having energy. And not having energy, things get taken away from you. So keep observing if it's there and have fun with it, guys. Because if you're not, you're doing it against yourself. Really think about it. You're just accepting the opposite as true. You interact with the world. You respond to the world. You don't react. You tell your eyes what they're observing. Observe the perfection as if it's already here. Do not look for it. Do not seek it. Do not try to make something happen. Do not try to manipulate. It's already here. If you're trying, you're not having. It's already here. So just have that dialogue, the inner dialogue, natural. See it. Go within. Give it to yourself. It's already here. Give yourself the experience. It's already here. Nothing to figure out because it's already here. Observe. The harvest is here now. Everything is here now. You have now. No double-mindedness. Just stick to it because everything's now. It's already here. So it's trying to get you to say you don't have. So observe that you do. No matter what you see, guys. You have the option for everything. Train yourself when it happens. How would the version of me respond to this? And then choose. Deny it. Remind yourself. Change the meaning. Revise it on the spot. Or whatever. And have fun with it. Be as the children. Use your imagination in your favor. And stick to the inner man, the inner identity. No double-mindedness. Do not be divided. Don't let the left hand know what the right hand is doing. Which means don't play ping pong with your fucking realities.